Hi YouTube! So here I am with a new video about OPC UA. For my videos I already have set up multiple OPC UA servers using the Python module, Python OPC UA or the C library open62541. But in both cases I have set up the structure of my server in the source code by using the functions and methods to add objects or variable nodes. Today I want to show you a different way to set up your OPC UA server by using a graphical modeler. But what are the advantages of using a graphical modeler? Well, you have to remember OPC UA uses a tree-based structure to manage its nodes. And if you just have a small server with a few nodes, it don't really care if you're using a graphical modeler or if it's just hard-coded. But when you have a server with hundreds of thousands of nodes and you write the structure in your source code, for example, maybe you break the structure and you will not notice this before you compile your program, run the server and connect to it with an OPC UA client. But by using a graphical OPC UA modeler, you will always get a visual feedback how your server will look like, and this will help you implementing your server. And the second advantage is you won't get, as an output of the OPC UA modeler, you won't get the source code. No, you will get a standardized XML file which describes how your server looks like. And with this XML file, you can set up your server on different platforms using different OPC UA implementations. For example, you can use this XML file and import it with Python OPC UA, or you can take your XML file and generate the source code for a open62541 server out of it. Or another option is you can even use this XML file to set up an OPC UA server on a PLC. For example, I know that TierPortal has a function to import an XML file and then it will set up an OPC UA server which looks exactly like you have described in your XML file on your PLC, which is great. So maybe time is worth to take a look at it, and this is what I'm going to do in this video. So today I will use OPC UA Modeler from the Freeopcua UA project, and from this project we've already used the Python OPC UA module and a graphical OPC UA client. And to install it you can use pip. This has the advantage if you have Python installed on your system, it doesn't matter what kind of operating system you're running, you can install it on any machine by just using pip install OPC UA Modeler. But as I have already installed it, I don't have to run it now. And to start it, you just have to execute OPC UA Modeler in your terminal. So here we are, this is how the OPC UA modeler looks like. And the goal for today is to set up the structure I have been using for my open62541 server again by using this graphical modeler. So this is how the structure looks like. I want to create a new namespace called room1. In this namespace I will add an object called temperature sensor and an object called light bulb, and these are the variables I have to set up for the objects. And later I will take this XML file which we are going to generate and import it in a Freeopcua UA server. Okay, so to start we have to click here on this button for a new model. And this will generate some stuff here. So here in this window we can see all namespaces we have created, and here in this default state we have just namespace 0, which is standardized. down here we can see this is our root node, and here are all the folders attached to the root node. So here we have our objects folder. Right now we just have the server objects in here. We have the types, the views, but today I will just add some objects and some variables. So to add a new variable, we can click up here, add child object to current node, or we just right click on the folder and say add object. And we can add an object, but I've forgotten one thing. The first thing I want to do is I want to add a new namespace. So here we'll add a namespace. I will get the index 1 and I will call it room 1. Okay. And now I can go here to my objects folder and add a new object. Here I can decide in which namespace I want to add my object. In this case, room 1 is correct. Here I can specify the name. I will use temperature sensor. Here I can say whether I want to use an auto-generated node ID or if I want to set up the node ID by myself. But I will just go with auto node here. And the last box here is, here I could specify the type of the object, but here base object type is just okay, and I will go with it and click OK. And now you can see down here a new node has been created. The browse name is temperature sensor, and the node ID is namespace 1, numeric node ID 2001. Okay, so now we can add some variables. For this purpose, I will click on the node and then make a right click and select add variable. So again, we can specify the namespace and the name of the node. I will choose vendor name here. Here we can select if we want an auto-generated node or if we want to specify the node ID just like at the object. And here we can set the default value. So I will set the default value, vendor name is sensor king. And back here we can choose the type we want to use, but here for vendor name normalized string is just okay, so I will go with it. And now we can click here on this little arrow here, and then we can see the variables and the objects we have assigned to this object. So here temperature sensor is the parent node of vendor name. Okay, and then let's go on with another the remaining two variables. So here is serial number. For a serial number, I like to take a numeric value, a number, a decimal number, or let's take an integer. Yeah, unset integer is just good for a serial number. Okay. And the last variable I have to add here is temperature, and here I want to have a float variable, and I will set it to 20 degrees as a default value. Okay, and now we want to add another object. For this I will click on the objects folder and add a new object here. This time it's our light bulb. Okay, and now we can just copy the nodes we want to have here. So I will copy the serial number and the vendor name. And all I have to do now is I just have to change the value here. So here in this window here, we can change the value. Okay. And we can do the same for the vendor name. So this is bright light. Okay. And now we will add one more variable. I will call it state. So this is the state of the light bulb, and for this I will use a Boolean variable, and default state should be false. Okay. So now we have added all our objects, and now we can save our model. So let's save it as an XML file, and I will overwrite this existing file here, and I will call it my server.xml. Yes, replace it, and now we have added this file here. So let's open it up for a second. So this is how it looks like. It's just an XML file, and for example down here we can see our UA variable with this node ID and a browse name vendor name, and this object will have some values and some parameters assigned to it. Okay, so the last thing I want to do for today is I want to use this XML file in a Freeopcua UA server. So let me start Python. I will import from OPC UA. I will import the server class, and from time I will import sleep. Okay. So now let's create our server, and let's set the endpoint. So let's set the address under which we have access to it. So this should be just localhost, and I will use the default port number here. Okay, looks good. And now we can use the method import XML to import our XML file. So here I will type the file name in, which is my server.xml. And here you can see it auto-generates these nodes, which have the same values as we have set up here. Okay, and now I will start my server, server start. Okay, and now my server is running. So let's use a graphical OPC UA client to access the server. Okay, here we are now. Here I have to specify the address, which is okay in this case. Let's connect. And now let's look at the objects. And in here we can see, yes, we have here our servers object, our light bulb, and our temperature sensor. And for example, let's check out the serial number of the temperature sensor. We can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is exactly the value we have set up here in this graphical modeler. Great, isn't it? So we have successfully set up an OPC UA server by using a graphical modeler. In my next video, I will show you how to use a program to generate the code for an Open62541 server out of the XML file. So, I hope I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.